Hey, today I'm going to be taking a look at the Razorock MJ-90 safety razor. I got this about a week ago. I ordered it as soon as I saw it come up on the Italian barber website. I think Joe, I believe is his name, announced on Facebook, probably elsewhere, that he was going to be coming out with this razor. It's a really nice razor, as you can see here. I'll leave a link below so you can take a look, because there's better pictures on there, so I don't know how good you guys can tell. But this razor looks pretty much flawless, the handle at least. The head too. But yeah, the reviews that I've seen so far kind of suggest that this razor is super mild, and I definitely have to agree with that. Which is perfect for me because I tend to lean towards really mild razors. My daily razor, or the razor that I use most often, is the Merkur 34C, and that razor is really mild. I would say that this razor is even more mild than that. I just can't shave with a really aggressive razor, because that tends to really kind of irritate my face. My hair or my whiskers are a little thick, maybe not as thick as some of you guys out there. This is about 2 days growth, so my hair doesn't really grow super fast, but I mean, you know, I do look a little grizzly if I don't shave about every other day or every 2 days. So that's why I need a mild razor, because if I shave that frequently with a more aggressive razor, I'm really going to start getting really bad irritation, and then we have to kind of wait and hold off on shaving for at least a couple days, 3-4 days. So my first impressions of this razor, I've already used it a couple times. I really like it. I've been getting BBS shaves, that's baby butt smooth shaves. So I'm going to go ahead and shave with this one today. Also, I'm going to be using Razorock's For Chicago shave soap. This stuff is awesome. I think it was made to commemorate some sort of Chicago shave meetup. As it happens, I'm also in Chicago, but I really wasn't aware of this shave soap or the shave meetup or any of this wet shaving stuff until about 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, this is all new to me, or still relatively new. So my first impressions of this soap is that when I first smelled it, I don't know if I necessarily liked it that much. It kind of has an animal-y, kind of like musky kind of property to it, kind of feel going on with it. But the more I used it, the more I started liking it. And as it turns out, that smell that I'm getting is jasmine. I mean, I've been kind of getting into fragrances, and I like to go to like department stores and smell different fragrances. And yeah, this is definitely jasmine that I'm getting out of this. It's a little floral, very mildly floral. But yeah, this is mainly jasmine. I believe it's modeled after, I think the name of the guy is Issey Miyake, and the name of the fragrance is Lotus Sal or something like that. I'll leave a link to that. That way you guys can kind of check that out. I'm going to be using my Gillette 7 o'clock super stainless razor blades. These are awesome. These are my favorite razor blades. And my Semogue 620. I've had it in the water soaking for about 5-10 minutes, you know, just to kind of soften up the bristles. So let's take a look at that. I'm also using my trusty Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Shave Scuttle. It's a really long name. So yeah. So let me just start whipping up the slather. And again, this scent is predominantly like jasmine, like a jasmine green tea. So if you guys want, you can kind of go to any department store associate if they have any fragrances where maybe the top note or the predominant note is jasmine, and hopefully they do have something like that and you can totally check it out. If not, a good place to try is just go into to maybe your Whole Foods or somewhere that sells tea, you know, jasmine tea, and just check it out, take a whiff. I went to Chinatown and picked up about half a pound of jasmine green tea last year, and that's totally what this is, that scent. So, and aside from the scent of this soap, the consistency or the hardness is relatively soft. If you want, you can push your finger probably straight through the tub of soap, but don't do that. And it's a little softer than some of the other Razorock soaps that I have. So I don't know if there's lanolin in here or what. I don't know what makes it so soft. Maybe it's the stearic acid. Okay, here you go. There's tallow in here, so there's some good stuff in here. I always have a really nice post-shave feel when I use this stuff. And as you lather, the scent just kind of, it lightens up. Again, I said the first couple times I used it, it kind of had like this animal-y vibe to it. And I've read that tends to happen with jasmine scents. And this stuff is lathering up really well. So I really like this. This brush also helps as well. This Semogue 620 has really done a nice job. When I first got it, it was super hard, or I should say it was super stiff. And the more and more I use it, the more it's just getting softer and softer. As you break in a Boar brush, the bristles, the ends tend to split. So it's kind of like you're doubling the surface area of the brush. Yeah, this is really good. A little bit more water and I'll be ready to go on my first pass. So, as I was saying earlier, a lot of the reviews on the Italian Barber website say that the razor, the MJ-90, is really mild. So if you guys out there are thinking about getting it, you should get it if you're kind of like me and you need a really mild razor, or you enjoy a mild razor, and you don't have a lot of hair growth, or if you have very thin hair that comes in, that you're probably a good candidate for this razor. Now, if you're someone that has like a big, grizzly beard, or after like, a day or two, you already have like a full-blown beard, this is probably not the razor for you. So don't be surprised if you get it and you're one of those guys with a beard and you go and shave, and you're gonna have to go like 4 or 5 passes to get the desired result that you want. So if you're one of those guys, please don't get this razor. But if you're like me, and mild is what you like, this is gonna be a really nice razor for you. The one bad thing, or not bad thing, but the one thing I would note is that the razor head is made of a lighter material, and it feels really light. That the weight of the handles is really nice. There's got just a nice heft to it. So I know that for 40 bucks, you can't have it all. I think it's stainless steel or titanium. I'm not sure, but whatever this material is, you probably can't have it all throughout the whole razor, including the head and the handle, for 40 bucks. At least not yet anyways, but this is an amazing value. And again, if you get this razor and you find that you don't like the head, the handle is essentially being sold on Razorock, I think, for like 30 bucks on its own. So you can always sell the head, but this is a really nice and gentle head. I was reading on the Razorock or on the Italian barber website that the head is supposed to be modeled after the Edwin Jagger DE89 head, which is you know, one of the best razors that you can get. I shouldn't say best, but you know, whenever a beginner or someone that's just getting into shaving is told what razor to look out for or which razor to pick up, it's generally, they're always going to be told either the Merkur 34C or the Edwin Jagger DE89. So I never got the DE89 because I got the Merkur 34C first, and you know, that razor is awesome. So I figured, you know, I don't need to get the DE89, but it's always kind of been in the back of my mind to pick that one up. But this is supposed to be better according to the website. You know, take that with a grain of salt. If any of you guys has a DE89 and this razor, I mean, please comment or make a video kind of just talking about the difference, if there's any, or you know, the similarities. And I believe the DE89 is probably around the same price point as this, so I figured I might as well get this one. I've had really excellent luck with Razorock products, and I don't think that's a fluke. Razorock makes excellent products, best bang for your buck out there, and I'm a total fan. I think I've got all their soaps, or most of their soaps, most of their aftershaves, and you know, every time they come out with a new product, I'm probably gonna get it. So yeah, this soap smells really nice. I'm gonna have to go check out what that fragrance that the soap is supposedly modeled after smells like, because it smells anything like this. I'm really gonna like it. So here goes for pass number 2. And just the lather, just super nice and thick, creamy. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't really do bowl lathering. I know I have a Scuttle, but what I like to do is face lather. My routine involves filling up the Scuttle with really hot water, and you kind of plug the cork right here, and there's a little layer on the inside that holds the water, and then there's this area, the cup part, that holds your soap, and then that's where you would do your lathering. But I like to fill it up with really hot water and then put my soap right in the little area right here and just let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. And what happens is the soap will soften up nicely, and then you can kind of press it down on it. And then I like to just put my brush in there. Generally the brush will just pick up all the soap at once because it's so soft at that point. And then I'll just lather it on my face. And you know, there's guys out there that say that, you know, they prefer bowl lathering as opposed to face lathering, vice versa. Again, I'm one of those guys that likes to face lather. I kind of like, I guess in my mind, I'm guessing that you're exfoliating your face, and I know that some guys out there say, well, you know, you're about to do at least 3 passes on your face. I mean, how much more exfoliating could you want? Well, you probably want to exfoliate before you shave, right? Because you want the hairs and the dirt and whatever else you have on your face kind of like to open up or you want to kind of like raise the hairs up before you start shaving. So I like the feel of it. So yeah, no biggie. Everyone has their own preference. So whatever works for you, you know, continue to do it. Alright, pass number 2, against the grain. I'm sorry, across the grain. Again, this is a super mild, very gentle on the skin. There's a good amount of feedback, which I like. Sometimes razors up that I've used, it's like you're shaving with it, you don't hear anything, so you're not sure if you're at the right angle or if you're just not cutting anything. And this shave soap is perfect for a day like today, which is a nice spring day, not too hot outside. It's probably awesome for summer as well. Just love this scent. I also picked up the New York shave soap and aftershave. And I think that one's modeled after Polo Sport. I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on that, guys. But if anyone else out there that's watching this can verify what this Chicago shave soap is supposed to be modeled after, please let me know. The only source I've been able to find on it is some random, I think it's a Badger and Blade forum post or some sort of post by someone that has a big complete list of shave soaps and the fragrances that they're inspired from. And I guess this was listed as that Miyake scent that I mentioned before. Okay, so pass number 2, all out of the way. So far this is a pretty close shave. But let's go for pass number 3. Yeah, this scent really grew on me. I remember kind of asking my wife to take a whiff and asking her if she kind of got that same vibe that I was getting, where it's kind of like a musky, animal-y wildness. I don't really know else how to describe it. Here we go, pass 3 against the grain. Super nice and mild. This handle is really nice. It's very smooth. I don't see any imperfections on it. There's a bunch of other kind of long detailed description on I think the process that we use in making this. It's like CNC mills or something like that. I'm not really informed as to what any of that means. I'm guessing it's the procedure that they use or the machining technique that they use to make this. But technique and equipment aside, this is a very well designed handle. So again, if you decide to get this razor and you find that you're not liking it, probably because it's too mild for you, yeah, you can just keep the handle and just sell the head. are you guys out there that don't know where to go about doing something like that, like buying something secondhand, you can just check out the link below in the description box, and I'll leave a link to a Facebook group. It's called Wet Shavers or Wet Shaving Enablers. I think that title is pretty accurate as to what that group is about. It's a bunch of guys selling off stuff that they're not using, and you can usually get a decent deal. And people post stuff on there every single day, new stuff. So you know, check in once or twice a day. Okay, awesome. So I already got a baby smooth shave. Actually, I missed a little spot right there, so we'll just go ahead and take the excess lather off the brush. Yeah. Okay, there you go. And what I found is that when using this razor, it has caused less irritation to my face than all my other razors. So that's another plus. Using some alum to just kind of disinfect and close up the pores, and then sit under some cold water, just kind of rub. There you go. Okay. There is some, I do feel some irritation, but it's not a whole lot. If you guys out there aren't familiar with alum, it's a natural occurring mineral. It's like a salt, and you can pick this up on the cheap pretty much anywhere. It doesn't have to be Italian Barber, but you can find it for well under $10. I think I got this for like $3 on Italian Barber. And what this does is it tightens up your pores and it disinfects. And if you have any minor cuts, it'll help stop that from bleeding further. So this is pretty good stuff. I usually alternate between using this, an alum block, and Thayer's witch hazel and aloe. And once you're done with it, you want to go ahead and wipe it dry and then place it back into its little container. You don't want it exposed to air because I believe that it dries out and it kind of like evaporates. So that goes right back into its little trusty travel case. And it's super convenient. You can take this with you anywhere if you travel. And once you do that, you just let it sit on your face for about 30 seconds to about a minute. Let it do its job. And today I'm going to be using the matching aftershave that goes with this Chicago soap. Right here, it's got a nice little Chicago label. I think that kind of is supposed to be similar to the Chicago Theater marquee. Stuff smells so good. It's got a light pinkish hue to it. I don't know if you can tell from looking at it on the camera, but it's really good stuff. So let me rinse off the alum. You want to use cold water. Just wipe, pat your face. You should probably not wipe your face because that can be kind of a little rough on your skin, just kind of gently pat it dry. I'm just going to put a little bit of this aftershave. Wow, nice. Very, very nice. Really, really good scent for a spring day. Can't recommend that enough. If you guys get it and you don't like the scent right away, give it some time. I'd say give it maybe 3 or 4 shaves, or just kind of like take a whiff of it every once in a while. You don't have to necessarily shave with it, but like kind of just come back to it and see if your opinion on it has changed. And I also want to talk about this fragrance that I got. I think it's what is this? It's an EDT, an eau de toilette, that I got from Zara the other day, and I kind of been getting into fragrances. And this one is called Yuzu Tea. There's a new line out, I believe, and it consists of 3 different types of kind of tea-centric fragrances at Zara, and this one is Yuzu. And let me just pull up the notes on this. The Yuzu website says it's star anise, yuzu, tangerine, neroli, cardamom, mate, which is a South American tea, and some musk. There's some other things in there, but what I get from this is just like a really light, citrusy, jasmine-y kind of vibe to it. It's so nice, so refreshing. I totally blind bought this. This was the one fragrance that they had at the store that they did not have a tester out, and I was kind of like in a hurry, so I was like, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? And there's exactly one reference on the internet to this, which is done by a YouTube reviewer. I think he just does fragrances, I'm not sure. And his name is aFragranceReviewer, so thanks aFragranceReviewer. I'm glad that I was able to find your video, and I got this basically just based on the strength of that one really short review. The stuff is really, really good, and it goes like, I don't know, a hot dog and mustard, I'm not sure. Whatever clever pairing you want to use, that's how well it goes with it. So yeah, this is perfect to go along with this shave soap and aftershave by Razorock. So if you guys like that scent, definitely look into getting this. It's from Zara. I believe it was under 20 bucks. I think that it's like a weird price point. It's like $19.90. If you can find it, get it. It's awesome stuff. So I'm gonna spray this on after I'm done with the video, but I just want to talk about it real quick. And yeah, so thanks for checking out my video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask away. Again, if you have a DE89 and you have this new Razorock razor, please comment below or make a video, and just let us know what the difference, if there is any. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.